Hi, this is Shan. Welcome to Honeybird Tarot. I just want to say that these messages are general. They can't and won't apply to everyone. And just to let you know, I always ask my guides and my ancestors to give me messages for Black people first, throughout the diaspora and on the motherland, because I'm a Black woman and I feel like it is a part of my purpose to further us as a people, to bring messages that are specifically for us. With that said, tarot is based on universal archetypes, so I'm sure that there'll be something in this video and other Honeybird videos that will apply to you even if you are not a Black person. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to get that out of the way so you know that about me and about my videos. And let's get started. So this particular video is for Capricorns, and I'm a Capricorn sun, actually a Capricorn stellium. My sun, Mercury, and Neptune are all in Capricorn. So I wanted to start with Capricorn today. And I'm going to start the reading using the Adinkra Ancestral Guidance cards by Bresi-Ando, Tools for Living. These are beautiful cards, and I love them very, very much. All right. Give us a message for Capricorns. I'm sorry if you hear like tools or drilling or something like that. My neighbors are building a kennel for their dogs. Some big, beautiful dogs. Message from the ancestors for Capricorn. Any other ancestral messages for Capricorn spirit? All right. Thank you, spirit. Okay. So the first card we got is Merdani. And forgive me if I'm not pronouncing these correctly. These cards are in Twi, the Akan language, and I do not speak Akan or speak Twi. I'm learning as a part of my spiritual and personal practice. So I'm learning with you. If you are watching this and you know the correct pronunciations for something that I might mess up, please feel free to let me know how to pronounce it. We're all here to learn together. So Merdani. And Merdani means times change. No condition is permanent, whether it be good or bad. So the fortunate should not boast and the less fortunate should not give up. And I feel like that is definitely a timely message right now, where a lot of people who felt like, they were just on top of the world, especially financially, are having unexpectedly difficult times due to, the state of the world at the moment, everything that's happening. And also, if you are on the other side of that, if you've been experiencing poverty or lack in your life, it's telling you not to give up hope, that none of these circumstances are permanent and that there's always possibility for you to receive the abundance that you're absolutely deserving of. All right, the second card out was Nia Oni. Nia Oni. And that is he who does not know is a symbol of lifelong learning. And learning absolutely is a lifelong thing. Whether you are in a formal schooling situation or not, you're always learning. Whether that is intentional or unintentional, there's always new information coming in. You're constantly processing it. You're constantly adding to what you already have in terms of knowledge and wisdom. Right? The third card out is Sesa Wo Suban. Sesa Wo Suban. And that means change your attitude, signifying personal reflection and transformation. It's a composition of two Adinkra symbols, the inner star, which represents a new day, and an outer wheel, which implies moving forward. So change your attitude. This card talks about taking the time to be introspective, to go within and to take that knowledge that we are constantly accumulating through our lifelong learning, which we saw in Neonim, and using that new information to make changes to our mindset, to the way that we view the world, the ways in which we interact in our relationships, the way that we commune with spirit and with ourselves. We should constantly be looking to improve our attitudes. If your attitude is the same now that it was a year ago, that it was 3 years ago, 7, 10, 15 years ago, that's not good. You're stifling growth. With an influx of knowledge and wisdom, there should definitely come changes in your attitude. And I like to look at the bottom of the deck. Sometimes I feel like the bottom of the deck gives us information that might be hidden. Other times I feel like it could be the overall message for the read. But at the bottom of the deck, we have Akobin. And this is one of my favorite Adinkra symbols. It's the war horn. My Mars is in Aries. So yes, the war horn is something that I identify with. It's a symbol of vigilance and wariness, and the Akobin is a horn used to sound a battle cry. So this is saying that, we should be on guard and be vigilant, not be paranoid or nervous, but always aware of what's happening around us and within us, and be ready to sound the call, whether that be to call for assistance or call for us to unify or whatever, but being ready to sound the alarm when it's necessary. It actually makes me think of the book Parable of the Sower by Octavia Butler. I recently read the graphic novel version of it, and it makes me think of, in that story, certain people had the responsibility of sounding an alarm if there were intruders coming into the neighborhood to steal or to do other types of harm. And in one particular case, that alarm did not go out, and the results were catastrophic. So it just is reminding me and further emphasizing how important it is to always be on guard and be ready to sound that alarm, not just for our own personal safety and well-being, but for the safety and well-being of those who we are attached to, our families and our communities. Okay, so that was our oracle, and next I'm going to get into the tarot, and today I'm going to use the HooDoo Tarot. And this is by, I think it's Tayannah. I don't know if it's pronounced Tayannah or Tayannah. Lee McQuillar or McQuillar. And both the Adinkra deck and the HooDoo Tarot are created by Black people. Spirit, please give us some messages. Message for the Capricorns today. Okay. Is my deck upside down? No? Okay. Everything came out in reverse, even though my deck is not upside down. So, because of that, I'm going to start over here. Forgive me, bear with me, please. Happens like this sometimes. I like to start with all my cards upright, which I did. Maybe when I fumbled them a few seconds ago, some things got flipped into the reverse. But if you can bear with me for just a few more seconds, we'll get this straightened out. Okay. Ah, they were probably telling me you didn't shuffle. Thank you, Spirit. Bear with me. I shuffle until they tell me to stop. Message for the Capricorn, please, Spirit. Okay. All right. So first out, we have courting and the Father of Sticks. The Son of Knives. You hear yelling in the background. That is my daughter in her bedroom playing video games with her best friend over the phone. We are social distancing. All right, and we have the Seven of Knives, the Six of Queens, and the Father of Baskets. All right, at the bottom of the deck we have Three of Coins. So first out was courting. And the traditional tarot, courting is the Lovers. And the Lovers talks about a choice in love. In courting, in this deck specifically, it talks about how in our communities, in the past especially, elders had a lot of say-so in who courted one another, who got married, who had children. And that was because marriage was seen as something that should forward the well-being of the family and the community. So it wasn't not always a fully arranged marriage, even though in a lot of cases marriages definitely were arranged for those reasons, but um, at the very least, a person who was in love or considering a relationship with someone took their elders' um, opinions to heart because they knew that the elders were concerned with, you know, whether this particular pair would be able to support a family financially, whether they were both spiritually and emotionally mature enough to handle that type of responsibility to one another, to family, to the greater community. So with this coming out, I feel like Capricorns, it could be a love situation or a decision based around something else that may be very important to you, your job, or um, excuse those notifications. Well, take all those dings as confirmation. So um, yeah, it's asking to take a deeper look at whatever this big choice is that you have to make, and to see if it's going to be not only beneficial to you but beneficial to the other relationships that you are a part of, especially your greater community. Okay. Could also be saying, that you have to make a choice between doing what's in your heart, doing what you want to do, and going against the judgments and opinions of the people around you, the people who love and care about you. Could also be that. Right. The Father of Sticks. In the traditional tarot, the Father of Sticks is the King of Wands. Um, the Father of Sticks is a fiery energy. Could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and it is um, the Father of Sticks encourages us to take up space, to be bold and be seen in the world, to use the fire energy within us to blaze a trail to towards our destiny, towards our goals. It also speaks of the purifying aspect of fire, using it to burn down the things that are no longer serving us, so that we can build from the ashes. In this particular deck, the Father of Sticks is, I believe his name is Indian Jim. I want to look that up in the guidebook, but he is seen standing over some fruits and a bottle of brandy, and he would perform rituals where he set fires to purify people who came to him for help or purify the situations surrounding them. So again, that's just further confirming that energy of needing to bravely blaze a trail, whether that trailblazing be seen in a positive sense as just putting your energy towards meeting a goal, putting all your energy behind it, or in the quote unquote negative sense of burning everything down so that something new can come up in its place. And this is a general reading. It's not a love reading specifically, but if these messages apply in your romantic life, then fantastic. If they apply in your work life, awesome. Apply them to wherever you need to in your life. All right, the next card out is the Son of Knives. Okay. And the Son of Knives is, in the traditional tarot, the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords or Page of Swords? Let me be sure. Yes, the Knight of Swords. I turned right directly to that page as soon as I opened the book up. Thank you, Spirit. And I said I was going to look up the name of the Father of Sticks. Like I said, I think it is Indian Jim. Yes, Dr. James Alexander, aka Indian Jim. Okay. So the Knight of Swords is a very confrontational energy. It comes in very cuttingly to clear up any misconceptions, any confusion, anything that needs to be cleared away. Sometimes that could be a negative thing. Sometimes it could be a positive thing. It all depends on the situation. In this particular deck, the Son of Knives is waiting for someone, I believe it was the pastor, I'm not sure, to come out of the church so he can do his thing with his knife. They have wronged him in some type of way, and he is coming in quite literally with his cutting energy to clear out all the BS, to clear out all the wrongdoing that he feels like has been put upon him by whoever is unfortunate enough to walk out those doors and see him standing there. So it may be saying that you need to have that aggressive energy to come in and clear away nonsense in your life, or it could be that you are encountering that energy in some way. Maybe someone is being sharp and cutting towards you, but the energy is present. Next we have the Seven of Knives. Okay. The Seven of Knives is, in the traditional tarot, the Seven of Swords. And a lot of times people just automatically look at the Seven of Swords as being a card that talks about deception or someone being sneaky, and it absolutely can be. But it also can be planning and keeping those plans secret or keeping them to yourself to ensure that they aren't interrupted. In this particular deck, this woman is preparing a soup for her husband, and she has put some, I think they're black rooster feathers in the soup. If I'm not mistaken, they are to keep him faithful to her. And she's in the process of straining or taking all the feathers out of his soup before she serves it to him. So she has a plan. She's not necessarily trying to do something sneaky to be harmful, but she has a plan that she's keeping to herself because she doesn't want anyone to interfere with what she needs to happen. So maybe you are needing to plan something in your life. Maybe you need to stop telling people about plans that you have or that you're making. But the Seven of Knives energy is present here. The next card that came out is the Six of Coins. Okay. The Six of Coins would be the Six of Pentacles. And pentacles or coins talk about material things that are important to us in the 3D. They talk about our money and stability, children, any type of material wealth. And the Six of Coins talks about an equal give and take. It talks about you not holding on to material wealth. The fact that material wealth comes in and goes out, and without us sending it back out or without us being in the energy to accept it, that stops the flow. You see in this card there are 6 gold coins down here. There are also dice, a clover, a $2 bill, and I think her ring is a snake, I'm not sure. And all these are symbols of good luck and prosperity that this person who is gambling is wearing, because they know they are they're in the energy of putting out money. They have their own money that they are gambling, but they are trusting the universe to bring them good luck and good fortune to usher that prosperity or more prosperity back towards them because they trusted enough to let it go. Okay. All right. The last card out was the Father of Baskets. The Father of Baskets would be the King of Cups in the traditional tarot. This is a very loving energy. He has a lot of love and a lot of emotion, but he's very in control of that love and emotion. He is not, his emotions don't overtake him. Even though they are powerful enough to, he is even more powerful and is able to assert himself over that. Behind him, there is a bushel of blue crabs. I am a DC girl. We love crabs. So I love this card. He has gone crabbing for his family, and he is taking that bushel of love, of enjoyment back to them. There are also, I think these are mirrors in the card, and it looks like fish hanging up behind him. It could be talking about his reflective spirit, the fact that he takes the time to examine his emotions, to really look at them as a way to maintain his control over them. And I feel like the fish in the background are representative of of his harvest, of the bounty that he's able to take back to his family and to his community. It's beautiful, beautiful card. So, if this is love, if this is a love reading, I feel like there is a lot of passion. There's masculine, passionate energy surrounding this love connection. And masculine energy doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be a male or a male identifying, male presenting person. All of us have masculine and feminine energies within us, and at any given time, we could be embodying either of those or both. The goal is to have them in balance. So with the Father of Sticks and the Father of Baskets both being here, this could be a couple where there's a person who's more in their masculine energy and is more passionate, more fiery, and a person who is more in the feminine energy of being. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, this is not a feminine energy card. This is a masculine energy card too. Sorry, this is a masculine energy card too. But where one person is more passionate and fiery, one is more emotional and watery, and they balance each other out very well. However, the Son of Knives and the Seven of Knives are also here, and I feel like this could be one energy feeling like they need to be in the Son of Knives energy to come in and clear out any possible deception that may be there in the connection. Could be. Yeah, maybe there is some deception there that's preventing equal give and take in this situation, whether it's a relationship, a job, a romantic relationship, familial relationship, whatever. Someone could feel like there's some type of deception that is getting in the way of there being equality, and they want to come in and clear that out. All right. So I'm going to ask for clarification. Oh, I'm sorry. At the bottom of the deck, we had the Three of Coins. The Three of Coins would be the Three of Pentacles in the traditional tarot. This beautiful lady here has her crystal ball and a jar of, it looks like some herb. I don't know what herb it is, and a clip of money here. And the Three of Coins talks about cooperation and teamwork, making the dream work, and using your creativity to bring about abundance. I feel like this card is saying that, you know, maybe this couple that we see here in the courting card, maybe the energy that we see in the Father of Sticks and the Father of Cups, absolutely can work together or should work together. Maybe they met each other at work, something like that. But it speaks to cooperation and using what you have to build and create what it is that you want. Using your gifts to create abundance. Okay. This is the Rider-Waite Tarot. Traditional tarot. Spirit, please clarify this spirit for me. Saw the Empress and the Ace of Pentacles just now, so yeah, it's looking good. Let's see if they actually come out. The Star. Okay. Anything else you want to tell us about courting, Spirit? Okay. So clarifying courting, we have the Hanged Man. Maybe someone is needing to see a romantic relationship or some other type of relationship from a different perspective, needing to gain some spiritual insight around it. Do you have something for the Father of Sticks, Spirit? Okay. Ooh. All right. Okay. So clarifying the Father of Sticks, we have the Ten of Wands, the Page of Wands, and the Tower. Ten of Wands, Page of Wands, the Tower. So the Ten of Wands speaks to someone having been heavily burdened by things in their life, and because they're wands, I feel like these burdens are probably actions that they've needed to take, and it's been difficult for them to take, or some type of work that they've had to do for a long time has really just been wearing them down. But the 10 breaks down to a 1, and so that tells us that these burdens are coming to an end. As difficult as they are and have been, they are not forever. And that is what Meridani was telling us, that times change. No condition is permanent, whether it's good or bad. So this condition of being burdened is not forever. And being here with the Page of Wands, the Page represents a message or a messenger. So this is a message of passion. And maybe the Father of Sticks has been burdened about something, and there's a message that is going to come in that releases those burdens. Maybe he's been burdened by some passion that he hasn't been able to express or something like that. And the message comes in that enables him to lay those burdens down, to express what needs to be expressed, to get that passion out of him. Let the fire inside that's burning within out into the world, to blaze his trail, to clear out what needs to be cleared out, or yeah. So the Tower. The Tower is an unexpected event that shakes things up in our lives. Usually it comes after we've been needing to let go of something or put something down that we haven't been putting down. And so the universe says, all right, you don't want to let go of this thing that's built on a shaky foundation, or you don't want to let go of this thing that's beyond its time. I'm going to come in and I'm going to knock all that shit over. So yes, that's what the universe is saying with this card. And the Tower, even though the card itself looks hardcore. And Tower moments are hardcore. Sometimes they're extremely difficult to deal with, but the beautiful thing about it is that there's always something that comes behind it, something better, something that's built on a firm and a strong foundation. I really just feel like all these cards are emphasizing the same message. For one, 3 out of 4 are sticks or wand cards, all fire, and then there's fire present here in the Tower. So something is burning up in the Capricorn's life. I don't know if that is a relationship, job, whatever. Something is burning so that something more strong, more beautiful, more beneficial can come from the ashes. And that's a beautiful thing. So stay strong through this Tower, through these burdens. Times change. No condition is forever. All right. Oh, I never showed you the Hangman. The Hangman, this is what came out to clarify courting. And like I said, I feel like someone is just needing to see a relationship or some situation in their life from a different perspective. They're needing to gain some spiritual insight to better understand what's going on here. What do you have to tell us about the Son of Knives? Anything for the Son of Knives, Spirit? Okay. Anything else, Spirit? The Son of Knives. I'm gonna shuffle for the Son of Knives, Spirit. Anything else? Okay. All right. So for the Son of Knives, that energy that we said was rushing in to clear out all the BS or to get vengeance for some wrongdoing that they feel like has been done to them. Clarifying that, we have the 5 of Cups, which speaks to regret. These 3 cups here are being knocked over, and the person is so regretful and in such a they're in a state that isn't allowing them to see that there are still 2 full cups behind them. If they would only turn around, if they would only choose to not focus on what it is that they've lost, not focus on the heartbreak, they would see that there's still something here to build with. All right. The next card that came out to clarify the Son of Knives was the 4 of Cups. So the 4 of Cups talks about it could be boredom. It could be someone rejecting an opportunity. It could be dissatisfaction. It could be a missed opportunity. This person here might not see that cup being handed toward them at all. If they do see it, they don't want it. They're focused on the 3 cups that are in front of them, and it doesn't even look like they're really that pleased with those cups. So I feel like, in a sense, this is similar energy to the 5 of cups, and it would be because, it comes right before it. In this case, it came right after it. So maybe someone's experiencing some type of emotional regression. But maybe they're going from being sad or remorseful about something, or regretful about something, to just being bored or over the whole situation, or feeling like maybe they missed an opportunity with those 3 cups that were knocked over here. Maybe they feel like they missed an opportunity to have 5 cups, and they're just, they're not able to find satisfaction with what they have left. The last card that came out to clarify the Son of Knives was the Star. The Star speaks about healing and balance and wishes and wish fulfillment. So maybe there is another opportunity being offered to someone that could possibly bring healing and wish fulfillment after a time of regret and sadness about something. This is really hopeful. Maybe that Son of Knives is coming in to clear out something, or has already come in, and that's what that put this other person in a state of being regretful or remorseful, or feeling like they've missed an opportunity. But Spirit is saying there's an opportunity for healing here also. Where's the 7 of Knives? Ooh, okay. Anything else? Ooh. Anything else for the 7 of Knives, Spirit? Let me make some room here. Is there anything else for the 7 of Knives, Spirit? A lot for the 7 of Knives. And this is beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. So clarifying the 7 of Knives, we have the 7 of Pentacles and double sevens. That's really good. The Sun, the happiest card in the deck. The Page of Pentacles, so a message of stability. The 10 of Cups, another one of the happiest cards in the deck, and Temperance. So one of you Capricorns could be dealing with a Sag. I'll keep my comments to myself on that one. All right, but clarifying the 7 of Knives, the 7 of Pentacles talks about taking stock of where you are, stopping to look at the work that you've already done, and assessing the growth, seeing, is this worth continuing to work on? When am I going to reap what I've sown here? Is my harvest coming in? What's happening? It's the energy of waiting. And right after that, we got the Sun. So I feel like Spirit is saying, just hang in there. Yes, keep waiting. You're going to reap the Sun. You've put in the hard work, and happiness is coming. It could also be Spirit saying that someone is pregnant or could be expecting. There's a child in this card. There are sunflowers, and I feel like the sunflowers are saying that even if you can't see the sun, whether that's in a literal sense, like the sun in the sky, or you can't see happiness or prosperity in your life or in your future, it's there. Sunflowers, when they can't see the sun, they turn toward each other. They literally face one another for sun. So I feel like it's also bringing back up that energy of Merdani, of hanging in there. If you've been in a situation that has you kind of down and not able to see how things can improve for you, to just keep waiting. Your harvest is coming. Okay. The next card is a Page of Pentacles. This is a message of stability. This could be a message coming in about someone wanting stability with you. Possibly, I wouldn't count this necessarily as a proposal. I feel like it's a message that comes attached with something physical, something that you can hold in your hand. So maybe your message will come in the form of an actual letter. Maybe it's an offer letter from a job. Maybe it's a love letter. Maybe it's some flowers from a person that you love, a secret admirer. Who knows? The Ten of Cups is here. This is total emotional fulfillment. This is complete happiness here. I feel like that's a part of the harvest that's coming in for you, Capricorn, if you just hang in there. Just wait. And Temperance. This is the Sagittarius card, but it's also a card of balance and alchemy and tempering things, balancing your own energies out to bring peace and to bring peace of mind and peace of spirit into your life. So yes, so I feel like the Seven of Knives here is having a plan and maybe keeping that plan to yourself. And then once you've enacted that plan, just waiting and being patient so that you can reap all the wonderful things that are going to come as a result of the work that you've put in. Excuse me. Why is the Six of Coins here? Something else I just noticed too. The Four of Cups that came out to clarify the Son of Knives also reminds me of Seisawo Suban, in the sense that it talks about changing your attitude through personal reflection and transformation. The Four of Cups can also be a card of reflection. You're not really jumping at outside opportunities that are being offered to you because you're in a place of thinking, of thinking back on maybe previous opportunities or the opportunities that you already have before you, and really taking stock of which one of them is for you. It may not be the one. It may not be the cup that you initially thought it would be. Just something that came to mind. All right. Six of Coins. Ooh. All right. So for the Six of Coins, we got a bunch of messages again. Also beautiful messages. This is beautiful, Capricorns. We got some good stuff coming in. Okay. So clarifying the Six of Coins, which we said was equal give and take. Putting the energy of prosperity and abundance out into the universe and trusting that it'll be brought back to us. Trusting in our luck, our good luck. To clarify that, we have the Ace of Cups. This is a new opportunity of love, a new opportunity of emotional fulfillment, a new opportunity for our cup to runneth over, specifically our emotional cup. Followed by that, we have Strength. And the strength isn't about wrestling the lion or taming the lion. She's being very gentle with it. She's petting it. It's bringing the lion inside you into balance. It's getting to know and understand yourself so that the lion is aligned with your will, is aligned with your mind and with your spirit, so that it can be fierce when it needs to, but also calm and tender when you would have it to be, like it is in this card. The next card out is the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups talks about love, reconciliation, healing. Could talk about past life relationships that we've had for a long time, since childhood or for many years. and going back to those relationships to heal things maybe that have been left unfinished, or just to revisit them, to replenish ourselves, to experience the love and the joy and innocence that comes along with those loving relationships. A lot of people just see that as the reconciliation card, because reconciliation means much more than just, going back to a previous relationship. That is one of the meanings, most definitely, but there's lots of different types of reconciliation. The next card out is the King of Swords. And this talks about having supreme clarity. There are clouds in the background, there's confusion, but there's none in front of the king. All of that is behind him. There is no confusion before him. He has his sword raised and is ready to bring it down, to clear out any type of confusion that might come before him. On his throne, there are butterflies. It talks about transformation, having transformed from a state of being confused or not sure which way to go, to being totally clear. Totally clear. And the last card that we got to clarify the Six of Coins was the Wheel of Fortune. And this talks about the cycles in life, universal cycles. Again, Meridani, times change. No condition is permanent. Sometimes we're at the top of that wheel, sometimes we're under the wheel and we feel like it's rolling over us. But with the cards that we've been getting here, I think this is Spirit saying that you are ending a cycle of confusion, of possibly being separated from loving relationships, a cycle of not being in control of the lion within, a cycle of feeling like, when is our cup going to run over? Spirit and the universe are saying it is your time. You are coming into that, or it's coming into the 3D for you. Spirit, what do you have to say about the Father of Baskets? Ooh, okay. Anything else, Spirit, about the Father of Baskets? All right. Under the deck. Six of Swords. So to clarify, the Father of Baskets, that loving figure who's in control of his emotions, or that loving masculine energy, being in control of their emotions, that's bringing that beautiful bounty and harvest back to their family, back to their community. We got the Hierophant. The Hierophant, some people see it as a marriage card because there are two people here in front of, a priest. But it also talks about our spirituality, or less spirituality, more our religion, or systems that we live by, even if you're not a religious person, just like the systems or the rules that you live by, or the leaders or teachers that you follow. So that Father of Baskets energy might be a Hierophant energy, might be a spiritual leader. After that, we have the Three of Wands. This is another card of waiting, like the Seven of Coins was, but this one is I feel like a more encouraging card, in the sense that it's sunny, it's not gray in the background like the Seven of Coins is, but also the ships are in. The ships are coming into the harbor. You can see them. So what you have been waiting for is now on the horizon. You can actually see it. It's like in those last moments of just holding on, and you are about to actually be able to reach out and touch the blessings that are coming in for you. And we have the Knight of Swords. So maybe it's encouraging us to swiftly go in and cut away anything that might block us from receiving these blessings that we have been waiting for. And that's definitely a double clarification, because the Knight of Swords and the Son of Knives are the same energy. Ooh, I'm sorry, it's the Hierophant. The Knight of Swords and the Sun of Knives are the same energy, 2 different decks. But he's here twice. So I really feel like this is Spirit either urging us to embody that energy because sometimes it's necessary, or forewarning us that that energy is coming towards us. So overall, I think this is a really, really beautiful, really encouraging reading. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Swords. This talks about moving out of rough, troubled, choppy waters and moving towards calmer waters, moving out of a cycle of difficulty into one of ease. And that's something we've been talking about throughout this reading. Again, the energy of Merdani, that nothing is permanent. If you have been suffering or feeling like the blessings that you have been waiting for are not coming in, they're coming. They're coming. And your time of ease and abundance is coming very soon. This was beautiful. I'm very grateful to be a Capricorn with this type of energy coming out. So I hope that there was a message in here that helped you, that encouraged you. And I ask that if there was a message in here that you resonated with, that you like, that you share, that you subscribe to my channel. Yeah, thank you so very much. And I'll be back with more videos for the other side.